Hello again, Ronnie C. here with you guys. Hey, we're going to continue with our counseling section from previously. What we're going to talk about here is questions. And I talked to you about the formula, open-ended, closed-ended questions. Well, I'm going to give you a little scenario, a little way to go here in areas you should be asking questions. Now, what you're going to have to do here is a little homework. So what I'd like you to do is get a pen and paper ready, because you're going to have to start writing some of this down. I'm not going to give you a lot of stuff right now, but what I want you to do is think about questions you would ask in these areas. Then you write them down. What you're going to have to do is start to almost script your counseling with your customers. So when you're with them and you're in that setting where you're at their kitchen table, you're sitting on the patio and you're speaking with them, you're going to have some kind of a flow. I call this trailering. So you're trailering with your questions, you're listening to the answers are giving you other questions. So there's areas that you want to look to gather information. One area is personally about your customers. I'll give you an acronym here. It's the word FORM: family, occupation, recreation, motivation. So family, are they married? Any children? You make sure that you meet the whole family. We said early on, you're going to meet the wife, the children, everyone that's there. If grandma's in the house, make sure you meet grandma. Say hello to the dog. Anybody that's there at that point, you're going to want to get to know. So you're going to want to find out about their family. Find out about family. Occupation. What is your homeowner, what does this person you're selling to do for a living? Find some way to find out what they do, because that also answers a question about their financial character. So you're going to want to find out about family, occupation, recreation. Get into some conversation about things they do when they're not working. Things they do when they're recreating, when they're having fun with their family. Get into a conversation about that. You may find that you have some things in common. Maybe they're bowlers, maybe he's a fisherman, or whatever it may be, you're going to find some commonality. When you find commonality, that's the gemstone of selling. Finding some common ground that you can relate to with this customer puts you in a much better posture to earn their business, earn their trust. Really critical. Now, what is their motivation for taking action today? What's motivating them? Remember we talked about earlier, dominant buying motive. What is their big determining factor to take action? So if you think about that word form, family, occupation, recreation, motivation, that becomes real critical in your counseling and fact-finding with your customer. Think about what they're using now. What do they have now? Are they replacing something? Are they putting a new air conditioning system in? Something more energy rated, something more efficient? Are they looking to change their windows to make the house a little bit tighter, not losing the air conditioning through any loose seams in the windows? Whatever it is they're doing, find out what they have now and why are they looking to improve that? What about what they're using now do they not like that they want to enhance with a new product purchase or a new service purchase? How about time frame? When are they going to do this? I know what you're thinking. You're going to ask your customer about time frame and they're going to tell you they just started looking. Ideally, what do you want? You want to be at the end of that food chain, right? You want to be the last person they speak to you. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Maintain your integrity as a professional. If they tell you they just started looking, wonderful. If they tell you they've been shopping the world, wonderful. Don't let any of that bother you. Because if you think they've been all over and they haven't bought yet, answer me this question. What have they not found yet? They have not found a professional salesperson. Because if they did, would you be sitting talking to them right now? No, you wouldn't. They would have bought already. So time frame, don't worry about what they say. Just started, been looking for a while. Don't worry about it. Ask them, though, what is your time frame for taking action? When were you anticipating installing? When were you anticipating doing this job? Get that information out of them. And then you want to speak to them about the financial capacity to pay. Remember we talked about ability and intention? They have ability, no intention, intention, no ability. You need to find out about financially, are they in a position to do this? Can they financially produce the revenue to pay for what they're looking at with you? Is it going to be a swimming pool? Is it windows? Is it roofing? Is it carpet and tile? Whatever, is it a screen room? Whatever it may be, financial capacity. These are some questions when you start asking about, gee, Bob, what do you do for a living? And Bob says, well, this week I'm a carpenter. Well, Bob, what'd you do last week? Last week I was a plumber. Now, does that raise a flag? Here's a guy going through all the construction trades. He may not have that financial capacity. Or you say, hey, Bob, what do you do for a living? And Bob says, gee, I'm a doctor. Okay, well, it's a professional person. Find out about them. You know, you're delving into their personal life a little bit, but find out what drives them, what fuels their economy, what moves their economic engine. Those are things that are going to help you, because keep in mind, if you're not there to sell and close, you're nothing more than a professional visitor. And a professional visitor is not getting paid. You're getting paid when you leave there with a signed order, with something that you can take back to your office, close the sale, install the product or service, and be done with it. And then move on to the follow-up and the repeat and referral business. Really critical. So when you start asking questions, I want you to write things down. Write things down. Number one, about them personally. What would you ask? You know what I'd like you to use? Use this scenario. Let's say that a friend of yours comes to the house tonight and knocks on your door. Would you answer the door? Of course you would. When you answer the door, they came unannounced. Did you have any preset agenda, what you were going to talk about? No. Invite them in. Same things happen here. What you want to do, now you're going there with the thought in mind, you're going to present your product, you're going to ask them to do business. They've invited you. So both people have intention. You have intention to sell, they have intention to buy. It's a matter of reaching agreement. Price, terms, product, all those things come together, you're going to do business. So you've got a scenario that tells you, hey, I'm here, I'm invited. I'm in their home with them because they asked me to be here. Now visit with them a little bit. Don't get right to selling. And make sure when you are selling, every resource that you need, you have at your fingertips. Don't leave something in the car. Don't leave something in the truck. Don't leave it at the office. Don't have left it at home. Make sure that you arrive at that home with everything you need to conduct business. If that means a calculator, if that means a measuring tool, if that means photographs, if that means proofs and testimonials, you better have them, because those are things that are going to come up during the sales process. And I'm going to step back for a second. You heard me say proofs and testimonials. Make sure when you're with your customer, you have evidence from other jobs you've done, other installations that you've done, that you can show them what someone else said. It's always good to have people that give you the accolades you deserve because you did a great job. So let's go ahead and do a really quick recap. First of all, again, personal. Find out about them. The product they're considering. Find out why they're considering that product. What brought you to that determination? What are you trying to accomplish with that product? The third part would be, what are they using now? Do you have this product or service now? Are you not happy with it? Are you upgrading it? Are you going to something more efficient? What are you doing there? Next part was time frame. When are they going to take action? When is your time frame for doing this, conducting this business? And what is your financial capacity to pay? Remember, form, family, occupation, recreation, motivation to do business now. Hey, Ronnie C. talking to you again. I'm going to be back real soon. Until we meet or speak, you go out and make it the best day.